This is a handcrafted cushion. It takes around 6 hours to make and you probably already have everything you need to make it yourself. I used to sell a larger version of this for upwards of £300 in a showroom in London. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make it. You do not need any textile experience, and if you don't already have the materials or tools, you can pick them up for less than £20. My name is Kim, I'm a textile designer and maker. I'm a graduate from the Royal College of Art where I specialised in constructed textiles. This cushion is entirely made by hand from the fabric through to construction. The technique is one that I developed over years of refinement and experimentation, but it really could not be easier to replicate. Having never been interested in mass production, I felt this hand-stitched method was really natural to me, and I think it's given me a really unique aesthetic over the years. I've always loved making one-offs or small batches, but as a result, the prices can be quite expensive, and that's just not accessible to most people. I've always wanted to change that, so here it is. I'm going to share some of my skills and knowledge so you can make your own little luxuries at home. The tools you will need are slip mat, a pillow insert, 2 colours of yarn, some scissors, a large-eyed needle, and some tools I'm going to use but that are really not essential are a ruler, a rotary cutter and a cutting mat. But like I said, these are not necessary. So we're going to start with making the back of the cushion. The technique is simple. Stitch in and out of the holes from bottom to top, alternating the yarn colours every column. Then simply repeat until your back is made. This is an unnecessary part, but something I love to do. And that's just to trim the edges so everything is nice and neat. Moving on to the front and the more complicated design, we're going to stitch into every second column, again alternating yarn colour each time. If you want to make this cushion the way I have, then when you're around a third of the way along your slip mat, this is where the pattern is going to end. You then want to turn your slip mat and decide which colour you want to be more dominant. Here I've chosen the pink, and I'm going to stitch in and out of the holes every second row, creating a pink plus sign. Then we stitch with the second colour of yarn into every second row that is empty, until this section is complete. To finish off the other 2/3 of the front, we repeat the same technique we used for the back, alternating the yarn colours every column. And again, I'm going to unnecessarily tidy it up because it just feels so good to do that. Now that we have the front and the back made, it's time to construct the cushion. I like to start with the side where there is no fringe, so I can just get used to sewing around the slip mat without worrying about having to tuck the fringe in. Then when it comes to sewing with the fringe, I like to tuck it in at each side of the slip mat. I think it's easier actually to see how this works when there's a cushion inside. You simply line up the squares of the slip mat, putting the fringe left or right, try and keep that the same each time, and sew around each square of the slip mat 3 times to create a simple scalloped edge. Making anything by hand in a slow, methodical way is going to be expensive to buy. And if you can afford that, then that's a wonderful way to support craftspeople out there. But learning the skill for yourself is so rewarding and much more affordable. It is so special to have something that has been laboured over and loved. It feels different to be indulgent, not with your money but with your time, and it can bring you and others so much joy. The aim of this video is to encourage you to try something new, to show you how easy it can be to make something from scratch, and hopefully give you some knowledge and confidence in making, which can be so handy in life.